This is Chris Gardner of the Houston Round Bar Review speaking with Sunshine,
Oh,
Landon Goesling. My man, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Thank you very much for taking a few minutes out of your busy schedule to do this. Let's get right into it, man. First, you went from U of H to TV. How did that go about, man? Were you approached? How did that work? How did you get involved with the Bachelorette?
Just kind of out of the blue, got a phone call one day and went through a string of phone calls, talks, and man, within a couple months, ended up in New Mexico filming for the Bachelorette. So pretty crazy. I'm gonna be honest. Didn't see it coming, didn't plan for it, but ended up happening.
That's one of my next questions. Was it something you wanted to do? Thought about?
I was to the point in my life where I was, I'm 25 and kind of just kind of was still am kind of figuring things out, and thought it'd be a good opportunity, to try to find love, try to find a companion, but for sure it was a great overall experience, and something definitely don't regret.
Now, what can you tell me? Just describe the experience for you, man, because it's new to me.
Man, new to me too. I really hadn't seen the show, really hadn't watched, and I've heard of it, and knew it was kind of a big deal, but I guess I had no idea how big of a deal it really was, how big Bachelor Nation is, and just everything that goes into it, man. The entire process was, I mean, I've been fortunate enough to do a lot of things in my life, and I could definitely say it's one of the craziest experiences of my life. Everything that goes into it, and it was, like I said, it was an awesome opportunity, something I'll definitely never forget, and something I'll be able to be a part of for the rest of my life.
Now, tell me, what did you get? What kind of feedback did you get from your former friends, man? U of H brothers, your teammates at U of H.
I got a lot of laughs and a lot of funny phone calls, man. Got talked to a lot of the guys from the team, man. Everyone reached out, even some of the staff reached out, calling me, laughing, just said, of course, I'm gonna end up on that show. So no, it was good though. I got to talk to a lot of the guys, and they gave me support and just um, uh, gave me some phone calls, gave me some words of advice. Not that I really needed it from them, but no, I'm just kidding. But it was, yeah, I actually talked to a lot of the guys on the team and on staff.
What kind of advice did any of them give you that you can say?
That I can say, they just told me to be myself. They just told me to go out there, be myself, be sunshine, and let the hair flow and just do your thing.
Who gave you the nickname Sunshine?
Oh, that's all 1,000% credit to Coach Sampson. I came in
Really?
on my visit. First thing, walked in the gym, and everybody's in the middle of the huddle, and I see a lot of people laughing. I have no idea what's going on. And, Coach Sampson just came right on. He didn't even call me by my name, just called me Sunshine. And, of course, the whole team started laughing. And from there on, stuck with me.
How did you get to U of H? Why U of H?
Man, long process. Started off college ball in North Carolina, Appalachian State, and had a knee injury there. I played there my freshman, sophomore year, had a knee injury, tore my meniscus, moved back home to a Division II at St. Edward's University. And really, I thought I was going to graduate from there and end my career there. And I had a really good last year, broke school scoring records, was top in the country in scoring, and put my name in the grad transfer portal. Received probably over 50 something offers, and didn't really feel 100% comfortable with any of them because I was really happy where I was at. And the last, I remember exactly where I was at, what I was doing. Last phone call I got was from Coach Kellen in University of Houston. I think I actually was at the pool, and he called.
That figures,
right?
Yeah.
He had called me, and man, within a week, I was signed, sealed, and delivered. Came on my visit, and from there on, it was kind of history.
What was how did that go? You talked to Coach Kellen. What did he say to you? In terms of your role, your fit, things like that.
Well, I mean, I had a connection with him kind of through Appalachian State because he was at Appalachian State right before I got there. And I loved the idea of being close to my family. And they had just come off the tournament run where they lost to Michigan. And I've looking back at Coach Sampson's history, and I mean, he's won everywhere he's been, and I know that it's talking with a lot of, former coaches and trainers I had, and they just, of course, everyone has the utmost respect for Coach Sampson and what he does with, every program he goes to. He's, one of a kind. And, I knew it was going to be a new challenge, but I knew we were going to win. I knew I was going to a winning program. And, what really got me, what really drew me to U of H was, they just kept talking about family and how, it's not just, a 1-year rental. You're coming here, you're going to be a part of this, Cougar family for life. And it's shown, ever since I got done playing, you don't skip a beat. You're still part of the family. And, they have something really special. Culture is the biggest word in that program, written all over the walls. And, I didn't really understand it until I went through it. But, it's a real thing. And, it's a special place.
How much of an impact, influence on your time at U of H has that had on you since then?
I've grown more than that year than I probably ever has as a player and as a man. And Coach Sampson just, he has a way of just getting every ounce out of you and making you grow up and become a man. Take responsibility for actions and make sure you bring it every single day. I think that's kind of something a lot of guys don't really understand is, you got to be the same. You have to be the same every single day, and if there's any lack off, if there's any slack, Coach Sam's going to let you know. Everyone on staff, Coach Kellen, Coach Q, they're going to let you know, and they're not going to allow it, and that's what you want, though. You want someone constantly trying to make you the best you can be every single day.
What was, in terms of the Bachelorette, how did it work in terms of filming? Was it an all-day thing, and I'll get time off? How'd that work?
Flew out there in New Mexico, kind of went through the pre-process, and kind of just was an ongoing thing. And honestly, it's really a blur what happened the whole time and how fast it goes. And it's kind of just it's everyday living. So it's it's just the craziest experience I ever been through.
Did y'all have to do the COVID stuff, all that, everything like that too?
They had actually a really good, process in place for us to make everybody feel safe and to kind of complete what we needed to complete. So, all credit to the production team out there and kind of having everything set up for us.
Now I'm going to say this to you. You tell me if you can, go in detail or whatever. But obviously, when news was announced that you were going to be part of the show, all of us were hyped. Sunshine on the Bachelorette, all this kind of stuff. But when I saw the trailer, I didn't see you. So I was like, what happened? Where's Sunshine? And then the first show. So you tell me what happened, man. What can you tell me?
It just wasn't a fit. She's an awesome girl, though. She has a very strong personality. I met a lot of good guys. And whatever was shown on TV, but there was obviously a lot more that went into it, a lot more that happens. But again, man, it was an awesome experience and something I definitely don't regret.
Is there any of your teammates, U of H teammates, that you could see being on the Bachelorette?
Whoa, that's man. If I had to pick one guy on the current roster, is that what you're asking? What you're asking? One guy on the current roster?
Yeah. If you, current roster or when you played there, whatever. Both.
It's Galen Robinson.
That's what I thought too.
The easiest answer I had to answer this whole time, Mr. Galen Robinson. Oh man.
Just describe Galen. What's he like? What
he's
was
one
he
of
like?
a kind, man. That's my guy. He knows that, and it's actually I got back and got to spend some time with him. Man, every time we talk, man, it's not even about basketball. It's about life, and we just get into just the most random, deepest conversations. But man, that is a funny man. Always on go, always making you laugh. And everybody knows he's a smooth talker. So I think that he, if I could, put anybody's name up to be next, I definitely put up Galen.
Have you and him talked about that?
I can't describe everything that we've talked about, but I will say that did come up in conversation. But you never know.
How much did you get to follow the team, keep up with the team this past season on the run to the Final Four?
Oh, I kept up with them the entire time. Got to come out and to the game when they played, from the jump from the season when they played Texas Tech. And, I'm always rooting for my guys, always watching them. And, a lot of guys there were former athletes. So, we're going back and forth, talking trash, whatever. But, I'm tuned in at all times.
When did you get a sense that this team could make a run to the Final Four?
Oh, man, the first game I saw was Texas Tech. So however early that was, it's Coach Sampson and it's the University of Houston. So they're going to win and then they're going to be a contender. And I knew that from the jump. Takes some other people a little longer to realize that. But, if you're not in the circle, then you have no idea. So, I knew it'd be a special team, and I'm sure it'll be a special team this year too.
I asked Galen about this, I think last week when I talked to him. I'm going to ask you as well. What were your thoughts on the bubble?
The
bubble drill.
Oh, the bubble drill. Woo, man. Yeah. Man, that you talk about a drill that turns you from a boy to a man. Man, I'll never forget the first time we did the bubble drill. I was a grad transfer, so I'm one of the oldest guys on the team. I think that I've been there and done that. Got all this in my mind. I know how practice goes. We're just gonna, and then he throws the bubble up there. And if I could put it it's war. It's war. There's no rules. There's no fouls. You don't look for a foul. It's I don't even know what sport you would call it, but it's war.
How long did it take you to adjust to the bubble drill?
Man, it definitely wasn't. It took me a while. It took me a little bit. It took me a little bit of recontemplating my entire basketball career. But no, that drill is the reason that they're top in the country in offensive rebounding every year.
What's your goal now, man? What do you want to do after the Bachelorette?
Chris, I'm trying to figure that out right now. Is just kind of figuring out what's the next step in my life, kind of have some things set up to try to kind of figure out my next path. And, I'm not really sure, but I'm 25 and kind of figuring it out. But again, I'm thankful for all the experiences I've had and kind of the path I've had and all the support I've had. So, we'll see.
Have you thought about coaching?
I have thought about coaching. I've thought about, the business side, the office side. I've kind of taken all things into consideration and talked with my family and kind of, again, just figuring it out. But like I said, man, it's got to figure out my next step, but I'm excited for it.
I think you tweeted a few days ago that you were heading back to Houston. Are you in town now?
I am in town now, and I am going to be moving back to Houston. I think it took me a little bit to realize how much I missed Houston and how much Houston is home to me. Obviously COVID and everything happened and moved back to Dallas, but Houston's a special place, man. They take care of their people, and every time I'm in Houston, there's always love and support, and I definitely miss being in the city. So hopefully within the next month or so, I'll be moved back to Houston.
How much the comparison for App State in terms of weight room, food, all those things, that to you?
Well, again, I'm thankful for all the experiences, and I've kind of gotten it's a good thing that I kind of have played at multiple levels, mid-major, high major, Division II. So I've kind of gotten a full experience of everything. But man, the University of Houston is obviously a top tier program, and they treat it like you're a professional. That's Coach Sampson's one of his biggest things is obviously he's coached in the league, and he wants you to feel like a professional as long as you're doing what you're supposed to do. So it's just and a lot of us, I was actually talking to Chris Harris the other day when I was in town, and we were laughing like, man, we didn't realize how good we had it. We didn't realize, we had every meal planned out for us. Chris was like, man, I was struggling to eat. I wish I had one of those chicken and rice dinners that, was in the fridge. So no, they do it the right way, obviously. And, it shows it. They get the most out of their guys.
What are your thoughts on Coach Alan Bishop?
Oh, Bishop's my guy. Bishop knows he's my guy. And I actually got really close to Coach Bishop the year I was a grad assistant coach. But man, he is the best. I'm convinced he's the best in the country 1,000% at what he does. He knows his stuff and he gets the most out of his guys. And he's University of Houston is very fortunate to have Coach Bishop.
In my mind, I have thoughts of what Bishop said to you when he heard about you in the Bachelorette. That's what did he say?
I can't tell you exactly what he said, but there was a call and there was a text from Coach Bishop for sure.
Landon, man, it's been a blast, man. Is there anything you want to say to the folks that we haven't touched on?
No, man. Just I appreciate the time, Chris, and always go Coogs, baby.
Thanks, man. You
You
take
too.
care.